Good morning. Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Welcome to this restore and recharge practice. Bodyweight strength skills for movement, for fun, with you, with us. Here we are. I have a chair here, sitting on a chair. I'm going to warm up from a seated position. Lauren's going to warm up on the floor. You choose your own adventure. The floor might be a little bit easier to do our hip movements. So if you know we have a little bit tight or restricted hips, the floor might be a little bit more accessible right away. You good there, Lauren?
Yeah, my abs.
I know. We did nice filming episodes yesterday, and our abdominals are saying, hello,
Hello.
hello, hello. So here we are to restore things, to recharge things, and carry on with today as Friday. Starting with our breath. Take one hand, belly, one hand on the chest, lightly close the lips, breathe in the nose. Breathe out the nose. Do that one more time. Breathe in the nose. Breathe out the nose. Personally, I felt that up here in my chest. As you go forward, let's try to breathe into the belly for 2 in a row, 4 seconds in and 4 seconds out. I'm going to take my breath in right now. And then exhale nice and slow. Keep the top hand calm and fill that belly for one more time. Slow 4-second inhale and slow 4-second exhale. Repeat that same pattern up top. The bottom hand stays calm and make that chest move. Breathe in. Fill east, west, left, right, and then exhale. Repeat our 4-second inhale to that chest. And then exhale. Now to mix it up, we're going to take 5 really quick breaths. You ready? Breathe in, out, breathe in, out, breathe in, out. 2 more, in, out. One more time. And one more big one in. More. And just slowly exhale. And take one more gentle breath in. And one more gentle exhale away. Relax those hands, wiggle your toes, check in with your breath, and let's continue to check in with our hips, knees, and feet. As I said, the floor might be a little bit easier for you at this point. Get to the floor if you know you have those tight hips, but if you're ready to embark on the simplest, strongest seated hips challenge, you know what to do here. We'll root one of those feet in the floor, brace those abs, take a leg off the ground, and try to place it on that lateral knee nook here. If you had to really crank that up there, we might want to modify that. Easy positions to get into, and from here, we'll try to mobilize the hip. At the ankle, dorsiflex, meaning pull the foot to the shin. Sitting tall, pull the knee towards the opposite shoulder. So lift up and away to go into center or towards this opposite shoulder, and then reach that knee away as to press away from the body. Repeat that for a couple more repetitions, pulling out of that hip socket as we bring that knee towards this opposite shoulder, and then nice and slow, lower that drawbridge back down. 2 more, nice and control, bring it up, and then nice and slow, bring that down. And then the final repetition here, feel the adductors on the butt cheeks and on those groin lines. Make them work. From here, ultimate challenge would be to lift the foot without changing and then unhooking and returning that leg to the floor. Switch sides, do the same thing. So again, grip that tension nice and tall on the standing leg here and a little bit tighter in this hip, but there's that nook. Adjust a little as you need. From here, this knee to go towards the opposite shoulder or across the body. And then nice and slow, lower that drawbridge back down. Reach out of those hip sockets again as we're bringing that knee towards this opposite shoulder. And then lower that drawbridge down. Any other analogies you should share with the bunch here, Lauren?
We'll save some for later.
Save some for later. Okay, so 2 more here. We'll bring that knee towards across the body and then lower down with control. And the last repetition here towards center and then away from center. And then with some strength to lift up that leg, return it down, and then rest for a second there. All right. Next, the knees. Use the knees a little bit there, but for the knees, working on some hinges. So from here, one leg at a time, extend at the leg, at the knee, and then flex, nice and control. Repeat. Make it work. Can you find a way to make that quadricep feel like it's working on the extension, and then to pull on that hamstring? We'll do that 2 more times. Quad up. Use your muscle tension to extend at the knee. And then nice and control, knee flexion, bringing the hamstring back to a bum kick. And then one last time here, nice extension. Control the knee flexion here. Return to the floor. Same thing other side. Hip flex a little bit to clear the floor. And then nice and control on that knee extension towards a straight leg. Use the quadriceps and the hams to safely bend the knee. Quads again, responsible for mainly extending that knee. Use the quads, front of the leg to do that movement, and then recruit on those hamstrings to incorporate the knee bend. 2 more repetitions. Feel the tension. Help the muscles, help the joints, help the muscles here. And again to down. And then one last time. Control the extension using the quads and pull through the hamstring to return and down. Whew. Lauren is going to take a single foot, supported from behind the leg, and point it to the top. We could do the same thing from seated, or we could come back to this figure 4 position. At this position, we're going to sit nice and tall and now do an ankle circle. Starting with the foot, pulled to the shin again in that dorsiflex shape. I'm going to take my toes and bring them towards my midline or towards the ceiling first. Then from there, I'm drawing this half circle at this moment to go back towards a toe point. And at my toe point, I'm just going to bring it back into that dorsiflex shape. Now I'm going to do my half circle the other way. I'm going to take my toes, move them away from my body, go back towards that ballet point here, and then bring back toward dorsiflex shape. Let's repeat that just one more time each. Take the toes towards the midline. Allow the arch to politely cramp on you. Let it take some of that load or tension to the point. Dorsiflex that ankle. And one last time here, reach away from the body or down. Return towards that point. Pull to dorsiflex. Add a little wiggle in those toes. And nice and control, return the leg to the floor.
Oh, I love me a good ankle circle.
I love an ankle circle. Super liberating, those ankle circles. And then last time, other side here. Nice and control to the up. Hopefully that was easier than before, maybe. Maybe an overcross on that. Start in the dorsiflex shape. Bring the foot or the toes towards your nose or the midline here. And then once you're at that ballet point, nice and slow, bring back towards dorsiflex. Then take that ankle, reaching towards the floor if you're seated. And from reaching to the floor, I'm going to end up pointing towards Lauren, and then that dorsiflex action back. And one more time each way, toes towards the ceiling. Slowly articulate that circle around to the ballet point, from plantar flex to dorsiflex. And last time here, reaching towards the ground, towards the point. And at the point, the dorsiflex, the wiggle in those toes, and with control, return down. Lauren's going to take things over and warm up our wrists, our biceps and shoulders. Maybe leave your chair handy, as we'll use it for a balance aid or hip circle at the very end of today's practice.
Wrists. Time for some wrists. Either hinging over your chair to use the base of your chair or the seat of your chair as the floor, or come on down to all fours. If you're on all fours, hands are under shoulders, knees are under your hips. Let's shrug our shoulders, pulling them up into our ears, and then pulling them out of our ears, engaging those lats and armpits. Repeat again. Shrug the shoulders up, and then pull the shoulders down. Now from there, keep those elbows really straight. See if you can even straighten them more so your elbow pits or your blood donations are facing forward. Now repack those shoulders out of your ears, re-straighten those elbows, maybe drift a little bit forward so your shoulders start coming over your fingers, and then use your fingers to press yourself back to stacked. Repeat that 2 more times. Straighten your elbows, pack your shoulders, drift over your fingertips, use your fingers to press you back, One last time, drifting forward, the straightest elbows you've had thus far, and pressing back so much you push off the floor. Whew.
Shake, shake, shake.
I'd like to do that sideways here. So go straight, fingers like this. Hinge to tap the floor with the fingertips, probably just your longest finger there, and then slowly articulate so most of your fingertips come down, then through the fingers, then through the palms. Whoops, I got a little narrow there. From here, look at your elbows. Could they go straighter? Are your shoulders out of your ears? Now, keeping everything where it is, drift side to side this time. So a shoulder come over towards the fingertips, and then you'll use those fingers to press you back through center and towards the other side. Drifting over fingers, press back through center. One more time each side. Keep those elbows straight, shoulders down. If you're finding this is a lot of work, you'll notice how close my hands are to my knees here. It's going to be a little bit harder to keep my shoulders down that far away. Now from here, keep your elbows straight, gently peel your palms away from the floor, and then your fingertips. Excuse me. From here, one last wrist. Palms face away from you. Again, fingertips go down, then through the fingers, through the callus line, to the palms and thumbs down. Shrug your shoulders again up into your ears and pull them down.
That feels good too.
Shrug your shoulders, pull them down. Now keep them down. For us, let's try to straighten our elbows one more time. Straighten, straighten, straighten. Sit back a little bit. Now come out of that sit back and try to bend your elbows slightly. And then maybe try to sit back into that. Do both elbows bend evenly? I know mine don't. Now from here, keep your elbows bent. Peel your palms away from the floor. And then fingertips are the last to leave. Flick. Shake that out. I'm going to grab a little sip.
Grab a sip.
A frog.
We'll stand up here. Might as well. We can do anything from many positions today, but we're going to stand up here. Carrying on with the upper body warm-up, we got the wrists going. We're going to talk those elbows, namely biceps, triceps, and elbows. With your arms stiff at your sides, cramp them up as if you're using this muscle in the front to do this, but then this muscle in the back to do that. And if you do them at the same time, for like 5 more seconds, you create that isometric contraction that could be quite intense, but then shake that out. Bring them up to 90 degrees at the elbows. Now I'm going to take a really heavy object and place it on Lauren's hands. So holding those serving trays for 5 seconds, create that isometric tension where nothing moves, but it feels like work. And then relax and shake it out. To full flexion, or elbows at the top. From here, I want you to imagine pushing against the wall. Push against that wall for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then just relax a little bit. And change the hands to have the palms face forward. We're going to continue to press against that wall. So armpits are low. Push against that imaginary wall. Feel your arms fire up, maybe your abs too. Relax that. Bring things back down to the serving trays and continue to press those hands through heavy set concrete here. Push down for 3, 2, and then relax. And with the arms extended at the bottom, the very same thing. Cramp up those biceps and triceps and make stiff arms feel like good, strong work. And then
I always get a super tricep cramp.
The triceps, okay. I'm going to get to the backside here. Lauren's going to coach us through a swimmer. Kind of warm up those shoulders. One more go.
Sorry, excuse me again. From our swimmer position, or our kneeling position, or our standing position, we're going to start with our arms out in a W. Good. From this W, let's slowly just explore towards the back of the head. So hands are slowly going to come towards the back of the head. Now, can you get your hands at the back of the head without having crazy wrists that are trying to bend to reach the back of your head? Can you also keep your hands there without touching your ponytail or the back of your head? Now, from there, I want you to keep those elbows bent and just pull them back down to your sides, engaging those lats. Lat slaps for everyone. Let's do that one more time. Hands come back up to behind your heads, slowly finding back there. Maybe there's a little bit more room this time, keeping those shoulders low and out of your ears, thinking about those elbows are still pushing back. And now engage those lats like you're doing your chin up and pull back down to that W. From that W, we're going to slowly go to internal rotation. So dropping those hands towards your belt line. And now from this position, can you gently try to find the back side of your body? And again, check in with all those cues we did earlier. Are your wrists doing funny things to try to reach so high? Don't do that. Keep them nice and in line. Keep trying to reach for 3, 2. Elbows might drift to the side. And then let's go back to that external rotation. Take a second there. We'll do one more internal rotation. Pack your shoulders, ribs to hips again. Slowly, hands pass down towards the belt line. And then one more time, they try to reach up towards the back here. We're going to add one bonus in. Hold this for 3, 2. Now keep your elbows in the same place and slowly straighten them out. So those arms are straight. Good. Keeping your shoulders low, externally rotate those palms up, or those all touching palmy. And now bring those arms towards your Y, maybe even towards your eye, depending on that mobility. We'll engage our lats, pulling our hands back down behind the back of our head. Elbows are again out to the side. Check in with ribs, hips. We're not arching our low back, but we're nice and tucked. And then last chin up here, returning those elbows to their sides. And relax. I didn't even do it all, and that one makes me sweat.
That's a sweat maker for me. Yes. So how do you feel through the warm-up? 15 or 20 minutes there, that could be all you want to do. Or let's join in, work on some more mobility and balance techniques, and continue with today's practice. Head necks. I'm going to come a little close to that camera again here and get working on the head neck first. Stay standing or join nice and close if we can. With the chin in, crown of head high, start extending the head neck to look up. And then pull the chin down, crown high, to then flex the neck. Continue to rotate now. I'm looking to the left, over my left shoulder, and then I'm going to trace my nose along the wall, towards the ceiling, in center, and then pull my head high, chin low, as I flex my neck. Then I'm going to trace my clavicle or collarbone to the right side. And once I'm looking over that right shoulder now, I'm going to continue looking up the wall to the ceiling, returning my head neck to center, pulling the crown high to center. Repeat in the other direction. So let's extend slowly to the top. Trace the ceiling to the wall on your left lateral side. Look over that left shoulder. Lightly touch or scrape that collarbone to center. Extend the neck through center one last time. Then trace the ceiling towards the wall on the side. Looking down over the shoulder on the right. Your chin may touch that clavicle. And if so, nice and slow, return to center. And then reset your head neck to look straight. Head necks. From the tip of the head to the tip of the toes, Lauren will take us into some silly walks for fun, for balance. And again, feel the feet. Feel the feet on the ground.
That feels good to move my head neck. Let's start basic, simple. Take a baby step in front of you just so your heel strikes, but you're not reaching too far. You're going to roll through your foot. Use your arch. Land so that all the balls of your foot land at the same time. Then your toes land. As you're doing that, your back foot is bending through your back toes. And then you're going to flick through that back foot. For now, we're going to full heel strike. Roll through that foot using your arch. Balls of feet land. Back feet are bending. Flick through. A couple more here. As much as you have space for, you can also turn around. Gently bend those back toes. Flick. Heel. Rolling through the foot. Rolling into the ball of the foot. Also spreading out those toes a little bit. Create some separation. See the carpet in between your toes. Last one or two. Flick. Last one for me. Flick. And back underneath. Let's now warm up, keeping those knees nice and straight. We'll do one more each way. Keeping those knees nice and straight, all I want you to do is walk across your room on your heels. Now check out your hips. Are you a butt penguin like this? Or are you pushing your hips through? A butt penguin is a totally new species known to man.
Just
created. And then turn around. And then we'll be the opposite of a butt penguin. We'll go up on our toes and we'll walk across the room on our toes. Again, hips are pushing underneath you. Knees are super straight. Find that nice balance. Now find a balance, both feet underneath you. Hold, pull your kneecaps up, squeeze your glutes, brace your core, and slowly descend. 3, 2, soft landing. Shake it out.
Right on. We're going to keep things the same with that head and neck one last time. So with your chin tucked in, crown of head high, start by extending the neck up. Slowly looking up. From looking up, we'll look over the left shoulder. Look down towards the clavicle, scraping back to center. Extend the neck back up to center. Trace the ceiling to the wall on the right-hand side. And then slowly nod your head down towards the shoulder or clavicle. Rotate to center. And stack tall. Other direction, last time today. Start with your flexion, neck down. Chin scrapes across clavicle, looking at the wall on the left. Look at the wall to the left, and then where the ceiling meets the wall, trace your nose to center, and then pull the crown high to return the chin low. And last time, that flexion piece to look over to the side, looking up at the wall, tracing ceiling, returning center, and pulling the crown high to bring the chin low. One last time on a silly walk for today, and then we're into a little bit of some crawls for the core.
Great. Same start as last time. Heel strike, roll through that foot. Now we're going to press the floor away, end up on a 2-footed toe balance. Hold for 3, 2. Slowly lower the front heel. The back heel will stay up, and that'll be your press through foot. Flick. Oh, I did a point this time. I'm sorry. Point that front foot. Let's land through the ball. Push up to both. Hold. 3, 2. Slowly bend your back knee. Keep your front knee straight so your heel lands. Flick off the back foot. Point.
I got to get more room
up
here,
to
sorry.
both. Hold. Slowly start lowering that front heel. Back knee bends. Flick. Point. Up to both. Keep that front knee straight as your back knee bends. Flick. 2 more. Point. Up to both. Find that nice stable balance up there. Then slowly start to lower. Flick. Last one. Point. Up to both. Flick. And land. Great.
There we go.
Here we go.
From the head to the toes, hopefully feel nice and warmed up. We'll work on a little bit more of our strength and balance coordination movements right now. The movement clock is coming up in a second, but first, let's talk about our crawl. Follow me, get on the floor. Lauren warmed up those wrists quite nicely here for our crawls. Coming down.
You're messing up my feng shui.
I'm
always over here.
Okay. Marks on your marks?
Yep.
Okay. So Lauren warmed up those wrists, cueing beautiful straight elbows, long, open, wide fingers. From here, could you hover both knees? So I'm going to push my hands into the floor, hovering both knees and holding for 4, 3, saying hello to those abs from yesterday. Gentle knees down. Is that okay? Let's progress. From here, I'm going to take my left hand and my right knee and take a stride forward.
So opposites.
Opposites. From here, I'm going to hover again. 4, 3, 2. Place my knees down. Now it's going to be my right hand and my left knee that'll stride through. Lauren's doing that really nice hand control there. And from here, same thing. Hover for 4, 3, 2, and down. How's that feeling? I'm going to continue that, and Lauren's going to crawl around the room more in her continuous hover. Ready to go? About 30 seconds of work. So for those who are on the floor, we're going to take a stride through that right knee, left hand. Then from there, hover, hold, and then take a stride through. I just got messed up there. But in that alternate stride, we're going to hold for 3, 2, down, take a stride through, hover and hold, with the extension of this drill being that hover, like Lauren, the whole time.
I got tired, so I stopped.
Last one or two if we can. And then Lauren integrated a nice rule last day, getting up off the floor with no hands. Check it out. No right answer, no wrong answer, except try not to use those hands. All right, Lauren, movement clock for us here.
All right. Clocks, feet underneath you. Let's do just front and sides to start here. Peel your foot off the floor. Flick the floor away just like we did in our walks. Point, toe ball, heel, land, square. Square. Gently think about shifting that knee towards over the toe, but you must keep your back foot heavy. Then press forward to come back to center. Let's take that same leg and reach it out to the side. So that's going to be a peel off the floor. Knee, hip is going to open, more just the leg. Point, toe ball, heel, knee presses towards over toe, square, square. Press to back to center. Let's repeat that the same leg 2 more times. Peel, point, toe ball, heel, press back, peel, flick, open, point, soft landing, back to center. 1 more time this leg. Peel, point, press to center, peel, open, point, soft landing, center. Second side. Peel, point, soft land, press to center, peel, open, point. Even on this lateral one though, excuse me, back to center, our hips are still facing forward. So as we peel and open, our hips are still forward. We just open up the leg in that socket. Soft landing, center, last one, peel, point, back heel stays heavy, press, peel, open, point, soft land, center. Stick it.
Stick it. Let's get down on the floor. Also, no hands until you get there. So I guess you have to use your hands ultimately. But here we are. Down dog, inchworm. This next move goes by many names.
Elefante.
And Lauren cues it the best. What she does so well is she doesn't prioritize the knees to straighten, but more the tailbone shape. So let's listen to Lauren for cues on the elephant.
All right, so our hands are underneath our shoulders, our toes are tucked. Let's gently lift our knees off the floor. Again, prioritizing that tailbone tilt to ceiling. If you don't know what that means, you can watch right now. That means tail looks like this, nice and long, flat back, versus Hunchback of Notre Dame here. So push that tail nice and long to the ceiling. My analogies are just so on point today. Push that tail nice and long to the ceiling. Now that you're here, then maybe try to straighten your knees. But again, prioritize that low back over straight hammies, straight knees. Then gently bend the knees 1 more time. Retilt the tail long to the ceiling. Try to straighten the knees again. That might be a bit easier. Maybe you stay here and work on that. Maybe you take us for a walk. Opposite hand and foot lifts and steps. Lifts and steps. Lifts and steps. The whole time, tail is long. Nice flat back. I think about my pelvis tipping up towards the ceiling for 3, 2, 1. Put your knees down. Put your butt down. Now stand up with no hands and try to make it different than the last time. And if you need to use a hand, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Can I do my clock
Yeah,
again
movement
too?
clock. That's right.
Then you can do the next one. Okay, feet underneath us again. This time, we're gonna work on our 45 front and our 45 back. We're gonna peel off the floor. For this 45, we go point, toe ball, heel, land. These hips are square forward, these shoulders are square forward, knees trying to press towards over toe, push to center. But this time, we go peel, open up, try to rotate open, point, toe ball, heel, land. So now our hips and shoulders are facing a new corner. Press away, back to toe. Repeat same leg, front 45. Point, soft land, press, center, peel, open, point, land, center. Repeat 1 more time. If these steps don't feel good for you, take smaller strides. Peel, open, point, toe ball, heel, press to center. Second leg, same move. Peel, point 45, soft landing, press to center. Peel, open up on this leg, point, hello.
How do you do?
Center. Two more. Peel, point, soft landing, center. We're getting so much out of this exercise, whether you realize it or not. We're opening our hips. We're working on our ankle mobility. We're working on our balance, our coordination, our brain. Peel, last one. Open, toe ball heel, center. Whew. One more crawly in.
Last crawl exercise. Which one do we have there? Oh,
Liz.
that nice lizard, continuing to open up those hips. So let's get to the floor again. Long planks position, which we'll further describe in a moment today as well. Hands on the floor, wide open fingers, straight elbows, packed shoulders, the usual cues for strength. From here, in a nice high planks position, take a single leg and place it near the hand out front. Lightly take that front leg and push energy forward through the kneecap. And then with the back leg, shoot energy out of the heel with a nice straight leg. Then
Can I
slowly scissor.
interject? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you're like this, that's so hard.
Get that modification. Awesome.
Okay, now go ahead.
All right. We were shooting energy out of the front knee and then out of the back heel. And then slowly pull that energy back into those hips. And then lightly kick that straight leg to the back. Repeat to the other side. Light foot placement near the hand. From here, I'm going to shoot energy out of my knee in the front, my heel in the back, which feels a little bit stretchy in the groin. And then I'll do the opposite of scissoring that energy back in. And then kick a bum, straighten the leg. One more time each side. A nice little bum kick. Bring a leg through. Slowly press energy out of the knee. And then out of that back heel. Pull that energy back into center. Kick a bum. Return. And last one here. Same thing. Push energy out of the knee forward and the heel to the back. And then scissor that energy back into the groin. Kick a bum. And back. And this time, anyhow you want. Come back up tall, whether it's a fold or a hinge. Stay tall, and then shake it out at the top. Lunge time. Not lunch yet, but lunge time. Lunging time. Hallmarks of our lunge include a vertical shin in the front and 90 degrees at the knees as we stand back up. So let's find that place today. We're working sets of lunges here for 3 repetitions each side, switching and working on a push-up progression next. So here we go. Stand tall. Keep a leg touching the floor.
Don't go so far away.
And find that place where that front shin can stay nice and vertical. From here, we're going to take 5 seconds to get towards your safest, lowest position in the lunge. Let's go. 5, 4, I need more room. 3, 2, and then from here, stand straight up. Lauren's knee I'm still not in the right place.
Well, they can't see you because they're rad.
Okay, Lauren's cueing us here. So we're doing a couple more of those here. Nice and control. We're gonna keep this back hip extended as to push through. Take your time descending in your lunge, and then stand up nice and tall again. Repeat one more time here. Scissor in, pulling energy into center here as we descend into this lunge for a couple extra seconds, and then drive to tall. And on the last one, push off the back leg to carry forward. Same thing on the other side. Step back, nice and control. 5, 4, 3, towards your safe low, and then power up, pushing off the back leg. 2 more. Scissor that energy in as we're pulling the hip into the socket here, and then to tall. And then one last time, nice and control, to the ground, and then press off that back leg to our tall stand. Let's get to the floor, high planks position, and we'll use Lauren quickly as a model to share our push-ups
No one
with us
said that
today.
ever before.
Oh, come on. Look at you. Okay, we're in that high planks position. Early in the warm-up, Lauren had our shoulders elevate and depress or go down to the hips. Now I want us to do that same thing, but now up, down is this direction towards the floor and then up towards the ceiling. What we're trying to do here is get those shoulder blades in a protracted position as she is here. She's pressing the floor away to then retract or squeeze the shoulder blades together. From here, press away.
I need to go down. My abs.
The abs. So hopefully this is a full body exercise. For about 3 or 4 more repetitions here, a protracted shoulder to retracted shoulder. Press that floor away, driving from underneath that armpit.
Not bending elbows.
And then retract the shoulder blades back together. Last one, keeping those elbows nice and stiff as Lauren said here, pressing away and a nice scat push-up to maintain shoulder blade health. And where should we wear those scapulas in a push-up? We'll get to that in a second.
Stay tuned.
So come on up. It's lunge time again. It's lunge time. So we're going to do 3 repetitions again. Hopefully the lunges feel easier. They should feel groovier, more confident. Finish with integrity, and let's go.
Face forward this time.
Face front this time, Lauren says.
You can hear me because I have a mic on.
Okay. From here, drop yourself back into your lunge stride. Scissor those hips in just like the lizard crawl. And for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then to tall with the balance. 2 more of those. Pulling in, bracing the core, nice and controlled as we go. Upper body's nice and upright here. And then press the tall. And one last time, same thing. Slow and control here for today. And then stand up, power through to our tall stand. Repeat to the other side. Drop back in our lunge, scissor those hips in, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and press that back foot away, cramp up. Same thing, 5, 4, 3, 2, and to the tall. And for the last time here, nice and slow as we scissor in, and then press to standing and through. Okay, come on down. We're going to work on a little set of push-ups here for our last movement. If we're in our push-ups position, place your hands out front. At your deep push-ups position, where would your hands and elbows be? Great. This is A+. This is A+. This is A+. This is A+. We just kind of started to fail a little bit. Listen to your shoulders. Listen to your strength. Appropriate positions for elbows in our push-ups will be somewhere near the ribs like this in a close grip. Maybe out to about 45 degrees on the shoulder, but stay away from this elevated position. Not so friendly to the shoulders at this point. So let's do one more facing the computer here. As we start in our top position of our push-up. Brace the core, set those shoulder blades, and pull those hands to the deep position of your push-up. Check the position of your elbows, and then press away. Let's do that from a modified position today from our knees. So, fingertips open, long and wide. Set up that planks position. Pull the armpits low, and nice and slow for 5 seconds. Where can you go? Thinking about where the elbows are in relation to the rib cage. Then press the floor away. Great range there, Lauren. Let's do the same thing, maybe 2 more in a row. Pull the armpits low. The shoulder blades are staying stationary. They're not moving or winging out. We'll travel nice and control, and then press away. Last one for today here. Armpits low. Shoulder blades are stable. We're gripping the floor with the fingertips and the core brace too. And then to press away. From here, let's lift the knees, walk your hands to feet or feet to hands, and take your time coming up to our tall stand. If you wanted to do 25 push-ups and 25 squats in 5 minutes for crazy amounts of work, stay tuned to our newest workout series. I do one with a kettlebell. Lauren does one with a kettlebell squat, and I do one with a movement clock and push-ups. We do like high volume. We do like intensity workouts too. We'll build on those basics and build the groove for strong push-up form. We'll continue with those next week. Last movement for today, Lauren's request, get some hip cars going or those hip bar exercises. some balance, some stability, and control.
I would recommend having something to hold on to, as we want our priority to be our hip mobility, not our balance in this activity. Standing tall on your inside leg, meaning the leg closest to whatever you're hanging onto. From here, squeeze that glute, stack up. Now point your outside leg to the front with a nice pointed foot. Hips and shoulders will always be square in front of you. From here, let's draw a nice low circle. At the side, I want to see your inseam. So show me that inseam right here. Then let's internally rotate the leg or hide the inseam down and keep reaching around to the back of the circle. As we continue to the back, make sure your knee is remaining straight, your core is tight, and you're not arching your low back. Once you're at the very back, roll over the foot, pull it all the way through underneath you. Repeat, point, front, open side, showing me that inseam. Hold that position for a second, hold it. Stay tall on this leg, rotate more. Then internal rotation, all the way around. Behind you, over the foot, roll underneath. If that was great for you, do it again. If you want a smidge more, point, little lift, send it side, showing me that inseam right here. No matter where you are, though, your hips are level here. Hold it, then rotate it in. Keep reaching it around behind you. Reach, 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 stay tall, over the foot to pull underneath. I think we should do one more. Point, even though I don't really like the number 4. Lift, open, send to the side, hold again. Oh, then internally rotate it, send it to the back and over the foot. Underneath, that knee should still be straight as it pulls underneath you. It's possible. And relax. Shake it, switch it, second side. As you're doing this, you're thinking of your pelvis as that bowl of punch, and it's not moving. No ripples in your punch bowl here. Tall in there, inside leg, stack, stack. Point to the front. 2 on the ground, 2 a little higher if you like. Point. As you start coming around the side, show me your inseam. Hold it, then rotate it in, hiding your inseam. Take it around to the back side. Keep the knee straight, keep your hips forward. Roll over the foot, through center, point. Open up as you draw that circle to the side. Hold it for a second, keep reaching for more, then hide it, take it to the back. Knee stays straight, rolls underneath. 2 more, 2 off the floor if you would like. Lift a little bit, start opening as you come around that corner, hold it, rotate it in. Keep going around the back behind you. Can your knee get straighter back there? Then roll over the foot, pulling it underneath. Last time, pointing to the front. Excuse me, opening up to the side. Reaching long out of that socket. Rotating it in. Reaching it to the back. Rolling over the foot and pulling the leg underneath. Hello, hips.
Ooh, hi, hips. Hello, hips.
Great. Well, that was great.
Yeah, hello, hips, and hello,
Goodbye.
lifters and bars and bellers out there. Thank you very much for joining us today in this restore and recharge practice. Work on those exercise basics, continue to stay strong at home, and do what you want in between. Lauren ran for her run this morning, which is why she wanted some of those nice little hip things to finish. Do the things in our workout practice here that help you do the things that you love to do out there. We'll be back tomorrow with our handstands practice live at 8 a.m. in the archive anytime after. And join us for the first edition of the 2021 morning routine, Sunday morning, live at, I think,
8 a.m.
9 a.m.
Oh, 9 a.m. Check your schedule.
Check the schedule. Check the schedule. New routines, old favorites. Thank you very much. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Have a great day.
Thanks for being a member.
Stay strong.
Goodbye.
And we'll train soon.
Bye-bye.